What if one sentence you spoke today could trap you tomorrow? Not because someone forced you, but because your own words boxed you in. In the Bible, there's a moment, a single decision, where a man realized he had just signed away a life. Not in anger, not in war, but in a moment of pride. And here's the unsettling part. He knew it was wrong, but he still went through with it. Why? That's the question. And by the end of this story, you might see your own words differently. The man's name was Herod Antipas, a ruler, a man surrounded by power, wealth, and influence. But underneath all of that, he had a weakness. He cared deeply about what people thought of him. And that weakness would cost someone else their life. Now, there was also a man named John the Baptist. A bold voice. A truth teller. He didn't flatter kings. He didn't stay silent. He spoke truth, even when it was dangerous. And that truth made him enemies. Especially one. A woman named Herodias. She didn't just dislike John. She wanted him gone. The Bible says in Mark 6 verse 19. Herodias nursed a grudge against John and wanted to kill him. But she couldn't. Not yet. Because surprisingly, in the Bible, Mark 6 verse 20 it is written, Herod feared John and protected him, knowing him to be a righteous and holy man. Herod himself feared John. Think about that. A king protecting a man he imprisoned. Conflicted. Divided. Torn between truth and image. Then came the night that changed everything. A royal banquet. Music. Wine. Laughter. Important guests filled the room. Leaders, commanders, elites. This wasn't just a party. This was a stage. And Herod was performing. Then suddenly, a young girl entered. The daughter of Herodias. She began to dance. Graceful. Captivating. Every eye locked onto her. And when she finished, the room erupted. But Herod, he didn't just clap. He reacted. Emotionally. Impulsively. And that's where everything went wrong. Because in that moment, he didn't think. He performed. In Mark 6 verse 23, it says, He promised her with an oath, whatever you ask I will give you, up to half my kingdom. Pause for a second. Whatever you ask. No limits. No boundaries. Just words. Spoken to impress. And right there, he lost control of his future. The girl didn't answer immediately. She left. And went straight to her mother. Herodias. The one who had been waiting for this exact moment. Said, Ask for the head of John the Baptist. No hesitation. No mercy. And just like that, a performance turned into a death sentence. When the girl returned, the atmosphere changed. The joy in the room disappeared. She looked directly at the king and said, I want you to give me right now the head of John the Baptist on a platter. Silence. Total silence. And in that moment, Herod realized something terrifying. He had trapped himself. The Bible says something very important in Mark 6 verse 26. The king was greatly distressed. He didn't want this. He knew it was wrong. He knew John was innocent. But now, there were eyes on him. Expectations. Pressure. And one powerful force. His ego. Because breaking his promise would make him look weak. And keeping it would make him guilty. So he stood there. Not as a king, but as a prisoner of his own words. And this is where the story stops being ancient and starts becoming personal. Because how many times have we said things like, "I promise," "I swear," "Trust me," without thinking about the cost? And then, Bible says in Mark 6 verse 26, he made his choice. Because of his oaths and his dinner guests, he did not want to refuse her. Read that again. Not because it was right. Not because it was just. But because people were watching. So he gave the order. A guard walked into a dark prison. And in a moment, it was done. No battle. No warning. Just the consequence of one careless promise. And this is where the Bible leaves us with a warning in Ecclesiastes 5 verse 5. It is better not to make a vow than to make one and not fulfill it. Because words are not just sounds. They are commitments. And sometimes, they become cages. Herod wanted to look powerful. But in the end, he proved something else. A man who cannot control his words. Cannot control his future. So before you speak, before you promise, before you try to impress someone, ask yourself, is this a moment? Or a mistake? That will follow me forever. Because some promises don't just cost you your pride. They cost far more.